We'd like to welcome you here inside of Schoonmaker Field in Newcastle, Wyoming, here off of U.S. Route 16, 10 miles from the South Dakota border. Um, Today's game is a Road 3A East matchup between the hosting Newcastle Dogies and the visiting Worland Warriors. A little bit of a flip today. As you can see out there, the boys will be playing their game first. Let's take a look at your keys to the game, brought to you by Two Basin Sports Network. Today, of course, a little bit, not much of a change from our last broadcast. Smart passes, of course, keep the possession the best you can. That's going to be key here to creating opportunities. And when you do get those opportunities, got to finish well. The Warriors kind of are off and on this season on their finishing ability, and it's cost them a ton of goals and a ton of wins as a result. They need to be able to finish strong when they work their way into the box. They need to be able to get a good lead on the ball, and they need to, not miss. And on that, they need to also go with what works. What has worked with you this entire season is what's going to get you to win this game, the game in Torrington, the game in Buffalo, the game against Douglas, the game in Rollins, stuff, so on and so forth. Do what has worked for you this season. And so far, that has been giving it up to Mason Decker, giving it up to, giving it up there to Cade Garcia, Gunnar Mascaro as well. Three players definitely that have been key here for the Warriors. And with that being said, before we take a quick break for the national anthem, let's take a look at your ones to watch here on TBSN. For the Newcastle Dogies, let's start with the visiting Worland Warriors. For the Warriors, I'm going to keep my eye today on Mason Decker, of course, Roman Parra as well. A little bit of a switch up there, but I'm going to keep my eye on him on that midfield. And then I also want to keep my eye today on Brian Caballero. Don't normally do that for goalkeepers, but this guy, the goalkeeping ability that this kid has definitely has kept a lot of goals off the board, more than Worland probably, or less goals than Worland probably should have. And with that being said, we're going to also take a look at the ones to watch here for Newcastle. For Newcastle, I want to keep my eye today on Caden Esposito. He currently has 11 shots on goal this season. Expect him to be their main playmaker today. Damian Ankini, also want to keep my eye on him today. And finally, for Newcastle, I want to keep my eye today on Ben Carter. So we'll be right back here inside of Schoonmaker Field in Newcastle in just a moment. Talking back here inside of Schoonmaker Field here in Newcastle, Wyoming, home of the Dogies. Today's game between the Dogies and the Warriors as Worland gets ready to get their conference schedule back into swing here as we are entering the final couple weeks of the season. Worland's schedule is going to look like this here. A road game tomorrow against Torrington, which we will not be in attendance for. We'll be back in Worland tomorrow. But there's a scheduled game against Buffalo in Buffalo after that game was rescheduled due to inclement weather. And then Worland will be back in Worland for Douglas as they'll go against the Bearcats again. The Worland Warriors will then be back on the road for their final road game against Rollins, and then senior night against Buffalo. That'll be within the next couple of weeks. So still a pretty good handful of games to go, and they got to make a final push here. They're currently above the cut line for the playoffs, but they've got to be able to keep pushing the envelope here. They got to get, they're only 2 points back from Torrington, who currently holds the lead in 3A East. So a win today and a loss for Torrington today could potentially propel Worland into that first place spot. If not, if both teams win, then tomorrow's matchup in Torrington is going to be what decides that number one spot. So that'll be something to keep. That'll be something to keep a hold of here as we go through the next couple of weeks. Again, we will not be in Torrington tomorrow. What we're hearing, the infrastructure in Torrington is not that great to begin with.
Let's make some noise!
But we will try to be in Buffalo. It's looking like there might be some snow in the Bighorns on Tuesday, so we are kind of considering our options there. But we will be back in Worland. We will most definitely be back in Worland for the game against Douglas. We got the road game against Rollins coming up, and then, of course, senior night against Buffalo. So we will see the Bison at least once here on TBSN. But that is basically what we have for the high schoolers tomorrow. We are broadcasting the middle school finale as the Worland Braves take on both the Warriors of Twin Spruce Junior High out of Gillette, as well as the Sage Valley Eagles out of Gillette. So that is our schedule tomorrow. We do have rosters, so we would like to thank we would like to thank the athletic directors of both Sage Valley and Twin Spruce Junior High Schools for giving those rosters to us today. You guys are rock stars. And we'll have both boys and girls action for you from the East Field tomorrow. But today, let's take a look at who we have and who's who. The Worland Warriors will be wearing their road whites today, all white today, white shirt, white pants, black numbering. The goalkeeper is wearing all green today, black numbering on his jersey. Worland, I think, will be moving left to right across your TV, mobile device, or computer screen. Newcastle Dogies wearing the all-black uniforms today with the orange stripe down the shirt and pants and on the neck. Also black numbering with the orange outline. Newcastle's goalkeeper wearing the lime green uniform with the black numbering and the black sweats. Newcastle will be moving right to left across your device. Referees today will be wearing their bright yellow jersey or bright yellow kits today with the black pants. So with that, we are getting ready to go. The Newcastle Dogies still looking for their first win of the season. Worland currently at 500 as they look to push for a better seed in the 2A East. And of course, if they win today, they'll be in pretty good position for the game against Torrington tomorrow. So, with that being said, Worland will get us started here at Schoonmaker Field. A 10-minute drive from the South Dakota border, about 60, 50 some odd miles from Custer, South Dakota. We're getting ready to go. As Warriors lining up, they're looking to be in a 4-3-3 formation. Newcastle appears to be in a 4-2 or like a 4-2-4 out there. So very interesting setup for the Dogies here. And our first trip up here in Newcastle for here at Schoonmaker Field. We were here in 2022 over at the Dogie Dome. Now we're here at Schoonmaker, and it is a great experience so far. Beautiful city. There's actually a Newcastle water tower over there. I don't know if you can see it right there. It has the Dogie on it. This town loves their Newcastle Dogies. We got a lot of Dogie faithful out here in the stands here at Schoonmaker Field. 40 minutes put on the board, an 80-minute match. Boys are first because the girls are coming home from state art, what we were told by the athletic director. And we are underway as they'll heave it into the box. Kicked up there by the 4. And now here comes Worland moving it into the near side. Newcastle trying to get it out, and now they'll move as Caden Humphrey gets it along the near side. A throw in for Para coming up. He'll launch it up, and it's headed forward here. And they will ricochet it off here as Para comes up, and he'll try to deliver along the grass that's broken up here by Caden Humphrey. And now Newcastle trying to get out of the defensive half here. Here comes Newcastle. They'll go, oh, that probably should have been a call, and it was. It looks like a free kick coming up for Newcastle as he'll go to as the player goes to the ground pretty hard there. 39-15 to go in the first half here in the boys' game. Girls coming up after this. They've moved the game up, or they moved the boys' game up first because the girls coming home from state art in Casper. And they should be home by the time the girls' game starts, as this is going to go out, and that will be thrown in by Gabe Hoover near side. And now Hoover has it there along the line with the 3 of Fisher Martinez. Martinez will go for the standing challenge, and now Cole Erb with it, middle. Erb gets it deflected, and now Fisher Martinez is going to try and get it out of the defensive half for Worland down the near side. He'll try to roll it there, and a clearance coming up for Para. And now here comes Newcastle near side. Caden Humphrey with it. He'll try to backheel it, or check that that's not him. That's Cole Erb. We apologize for that. Erb will get ready to go for the Para for the throw in here for Worland. Intercepted by Newcastle. They're going to try and work it out the back, and Erb cannot get Gabe Hoover cannot get a boot on it there. Roman Para to throw it in along the touchline, and that'll be overthrown there as he tries to get it up to the 12 of Gunnar Mascaro, the junior. And with that, goal kick coming up for Newcastle. So with that, here comes the keeper getting set up. Newcastle with a 4-man defensive line there, or I guess really not much else to call it there. I apologize. But down the near side, a ground pass intercepted by Martinez. He'll go near side, tries to get up to the 12 of Mascaro, and now here they go along the middle. Ricocheted. And now here comes the 10, trying to move it up. This is Levi Schultz. That name a little familiar to me from the football scrimmage this spring, or this summer, but through the middle. Now here comes Worland on an attacking opportunity, trying to go near side, and they'll try to clear it away. Here comes Newcastle. Drew Schneider near side to Roman Para. Para along that near side line. He's going to try and push it up forward. Good passes here so far by the Warriors. And now a good pass inside to Fisher Martinez and stolen away by Caden Esposito. And now moving up to the far side and back into the Worland possession. They'll still try to move it up forward. Newcastle on the deflection. And still not out of trouble yet as Worland is going to keep it there on that attacking half. Martinez chips it up to the far side. He winds up for the kick, and he fakes it there. He'll go left side on the pass, but stolen away. Newcastle trying to go on a counterattack here. They got some open space in front of them. What will they do with it? They're going to go down past the adverts here. Chips it up there into the middle, and I think that is Mascaro on the takeaway, but collides with the 9 of Gabe Hoover, the sophomore. And now near side, here comes Para on another throw in, but he's going to get rid of the excess ball here first. Back heels it there to one of the managers. A throw in here. And sends it on to the head of Gabe Hoover. And now Worland still with it as Mascaro will give it back and winding up Para on the long delivery. And now here comes the 5 of Kobe Bradshaw. He'll roll it along the far side grass. Into the middle. They're still kind of sharing it in a bit of a triangle here, and now they'll move it up a little bit shorter there on the shallow pass. Cade Garcia almost coughs it up, but here they go, advancing it into the offensive side, or into the deep offensive part of the field. And now into the circle. It's whiffed there on the 6 of Nick Lopez. I do believe that was. And now through the middle, they'll roll it around. A little bit uneven territory here at Schoonmaker Field. Sorry. So expect the ball to go places it probably shouldn't. there to the top middle. They will clear it up there. That is Caden Esposito, the last one to touch it for Newcastle. Worland still invading that attacking half. Rolls it along that far side, along the line, and takes a bit of a lean forward there. He's still going to go along that far side, gives up middle. I think this is Kobe Bradshaw with it, and he will whiff on it initially, but he will get by. They're going to work it into the box. Bradshaw loses the ball. That's going to go back up to Worland. He'll chip it up. Or sorry, I meant to say Newcastle. The orange and black threw me off. I apologize. Drew Schneider on the takeaway here. What's he going to do with it? And he gets tripped up on the field there. They'll let him play. And now the Newcastle players down. Number 5 of Cole Erb takes a bit of a tumble, and Newcastle will get a free kick. And winding up for the free kick here, Newcastle going to try and see if they can't create an opportunity. 34-34 to go here at Schoonmaker Field. Delivers it up past the center line, and that will go over the head of the 9 of Keegan Bush. Brian Caballero on the takeaway, or on the scoop up here. Delivers it back into the attacking half, chasing it down. Nearest one there was Mason Decker. Ricochets, they're going to try and go near side. Here comes Fisher Martinez with it, tries to avoid Nick Lopez. And now they'll go into the defenders here. Roman Parra up near the line. He'll try to push it into the circle here to not Martinez, but Cade Garcia. And now passing it along the ground there, a bit of a shorter pass to Nick Lopez, and they'll try to get out in front. It'll be a foot race there to the near side, and cleared up, heads up down there on the Worland bench. A throw-in coming up for the Dogies. Now Logan Andrews, Caden Esposito passing near side here to Gabe Hoover. And now they'll push it up. And off the face of the 5 there of Cole Erb, as it'll be a throw-in coming in for the Warriors. Warriors there on the near side, off the head there as he ducks for it there. Gunnar Mascaro couldn't advance it forward. It'll go out of touch, and the flagman is going to point it to the the Worland side here. Missed there is Mascaro, and trying to get it out of danger is Hoover. He'll go near side. That'll go out of touch there. Nope. Now, well, not yet. Sorry. Roman Parra will push it up a little further. Mason Decker over there onto the far side. Now they'll move it up onto toward the track. On the box here, they'll try to cross it in. Keeper gets a hold of it. And great job. I believe that is Damian Ankeny. That is the keeper there for Newcastle. And he did a great job there on that save. Kind of had heat-seeking vision on that as he just kind of gravitated toward the left side. Headed forward here by, I believe that is Bush. And now near the middle. Kind of still there in a bit of a midfield challenge here. Trying to backheel it here, and it's stolen away. I think that's Kobe Bradshaw. I got it away for Worland there. They'll pass it along the ground here to the 12 of Gunnar Mascaro. Mascaro goes middle to Martinez. Martinez trying to go near side. He's going to try and get by. He'll push it up a little bit further and whiffs on it there. And now here comes Mason Decker. He's the leading goal scorer here for Worland. He'll dig it up there off of the boot of the 8 of Parra, and it goes out of touch back to the Dogies. Got some Warrior faithful starting to come into the bleachers here. Long drive, 4-hour drive from Worland to Newcastle. And Mason Decker still there, retreating to the middle here. He's 2-on-1. He'll try to pass up to Martinez, far side, and it's taken away by the Dogies. They'll try to go middle here, and they'll roll it slowly here. They'll push it upfield, and stolen away again by Martinez through the middle here. As Martinez will push it up, a big chance here for Decker, but it'll be scooped up. Remember at the top of the show, we discussed how the Warriors need to take better advantage of their opportunities, and that is kind of the opposite there. As Mason Decker they need to be able to communicate with their forwards a little bit better here. Through the middle, Newcastle 2-on-1 here, and he'll try to throw the ball, and this is going to be up to the 6 of Nick Lopez. Lopez still there on the ground, and it's a collision stolen away by the Warriors. They're in the middle, and now pushed back by Hoover. Down to the near side, they'll chip it up, headed forward. And out of touch. Worland will have a throw-in coming up. Tosses it a little bit high on the arc there, and now here comes Gunnar Mascaro through the middle. Ricochets off it, now near side, stolen by Nick Lopez. Sky-high clearance there for Worland, and Mason Decker with a big opportunity here if he can get by. Takes a shot onto the right side. It's up and way no good there. So we're about ready to enter the 10th minute here in Newcastle. It's still scoreless. Dogies looking for their first win on the season. Near side, and this is going to be back to the 12 of Mascaro, and he'll go to the near side. Still there. He's going to pass it along the ground. A great touch there. And now up to the middle. He'll move up to the middle side here. This is the 5 of Bradshaw. He'll give it on back, and Worland still playing it on this middle side. Drew Schneider picks it up there, and that'll be taken back by Newcastle. Now will they have a chance to mount a counter? I think they will try here, and they'll, good footwork there to get by. He'll push it up, and it's being chased down by being chased down by Cannon Tiedemann. Cannon's brother did pretty well in the middle school game yesterday against Riverton, the 1-0 loss to the Spartans. Throws it in far side. Drew Schneider heads it forward there off of another player too. I think it was Fisher. And Kobe Bradshaw is over there trying to get rid of the ball himself. They're trying to push it up to put Warriors at a better chance here. And Fisher Martinez will pass it back to Roman Parra. He'll chip it upfield. And that is going to go on a steal here back to the Dogies. And now here comes Nick Lopez down the near side. Yeah, I think he dumped it off, though, to the 7 of Caden Esposito. Now stolen back by Worland. And they'll try to mark it up for far side. That's going to go right to the keeper. Ankeny will pick it up, and that is a very good thing, too, because Mason Decker was coming in like a heat-seeking bullet. Drop kick on its way for Newcastle. Near side off of Gabe Hoover, and it'll roll out of touch there along the referee station. Headed forward there by Gunnar Mascaro, and he'll go to the ground, and a whistle there as Kobe Bradshaw lost his footing. So Worland setting up for the free kick from about, I want to say about 30, 40 yards out. That might not be correct. Drew Schneider has a lot of room to work with. 28 minutes to go. Takes it up into the box. They're going to try and head it. That's going to go and miss to the right. Great job, though, on the delivery. And Worland, they need more opportunities like that. Try and create those. They'll be just fine. Newcastle, too. We've seen a glimpse of Newcastle, what they're able to do when they can try and get it into the past midfield. And that's their biggest struggle right now is Nick Lopez, I think, is headed off the pitch. So Nick Lopez taking a drink there, and they're going to have a goal kick coming up here for the Dogies. They'll deliver it far side off of the 7 of Esposito, and he'll push it up. Cannon Tiedemann gets it near side. He'll go to the middle, heads it forward. Newcastle trying to create opportunities here, kind of trying to shove it down Worland's throat there as they go through the middle. And Worland's defenders doing really well as they normally do here in this defensive side. They've doing a really good job locking down. They've created a wall for themselves down there as that's kicked out, and Gabe Hoover will throw it in middle off of the hip. And now they'll push it through. Good chance here through the middle of the field. Worland trying to mount the attack. Here comes that might not be Martinez. That might be somebody else. And now here comes Gunnar Mascaro. Mascaro tries to cross it in, takes the shot, and it's saved. Again, the Newcastle goalkeeper working magic out there, out on the box. And Newcastle, we take a look at their, according to YO Preps, they do have the best team goalkeeping in 3A. As Newcastle as a team is averaging 13 saves a game and have only allowed 5.6 goals per game out of 18 shots on goal. And there's a big chance there. That is going to go out of touch there, out the back line. Goal kick might be coming up here. And Worland kind of knocking on the door here a little bit. Newcastle starting to see more danger. Worland starting to figure out now the holes here in Newcastle's defensive side, and they're taking advantage. Haven't scored yet, but I think it's coming. Through the middle here, throws it to the 5 of Kobe Bradshaw. Takes the shot, and the field goal is good. And that is going to be a goal kick coming up for Newcastle. Kobe Bradshaw on the shot attempt that time. So 25 minutes to go. So Ryan Denise coming in. He is going to come out for the 19 of Ben Mendenhall. So the junior will get a little bit of a breather here. Good job by him today. 25 minutes to go, entering the 15th minute of play. They'll pass it along the ground. Schneider trying to get it out for Worland. They'll have it up toward the track here. Passing it up now, 14, Ryan Denise. Denise, the senior here, and he'll give it up. Number 3 with it now. They'll push it up. Roman Parra to Fisher Martinez. Chips it back up here. Great passes here. Mascaro through the middle, trying to work it through and try to give a chance here for Kobe Bradshaw. And sorry about that. We lost focus there for a sec. Fisher Martinez through the middle here. Ryan Denise with it. And they'll deliver it along the ground to the box here. Gives it up to 12. He's going to move it into the box. This could be a big chance for Worland as Gunnar Mascaro has it outside the box. He'll lose his footing. And a whistle here. Looks like this could be going back to Newcastle. So with that, yep, it is a Newcastle free kick, so they will stop that attack there and try to mount one of their own. 23-46. And now they'll deliver it up past the line here. That's a dangerous takeaway here for the 5 of Cole Erb. And stoppage of play there. Looks like they'll have a free kick coming for Worland now as Schneider gets ready to deliver it. Winds up, takes it. He'll get it up past the line, and now back to the Dogies again. But now they'll knee it up. A little bit of a collision down there in the middle, and now coughs it back up to the Warriors. Ground pass here. This is going to go right back up to Mason Decker. And up to the far side, up toward the line, and now to Drew Schneider here. Schneider, ground pass, intercept. Oh, not quite. Roman Parra almost taken away, though, by Cole Erb. Through the middle. Newcastle on the takeaway, and here comes a collision there off of the 5 of Kobe Bradshaw, and now Worland trying to mount the offensive attack, chips it up near side. This is Fisher Martinez up toward the flag man. He'll move to the left side, has a little bit of space there on the box. Here comes Kobe Bradshaw, I think, near side, and now Fisher Martinez. Martinez right side and out of the goal line there. 22-26 to go in the first half of play here in Newcastle. So they're going to have it out there toward the track, or up toward the corner flag here. First corner kick. Wait, no, not the first corner. I apologize. But these corners have been few and far between for both sides today. Here comes Bradshaw, gives it in off the head of Schneider. And now here comes Cade Garcia. They're trying to track it down for Worland. Goes up toward the ads, and that is going to be a throw-in coming in for the Warriors now. Throw in through there. And Worland still to possession, lining up for the kick. It'll go to the left. Finds the back of the net. I think that was Kobe Bradshaw on the goal, and that is the first one for the Warriors. And 1-0, 21-44. So Bradshaw does get the goal here, his first one of the match. And so with that on the dot, they'll get set for the kickoff. And a 18th minute goal here for Bradshaw. And looks like we got a sub as Donovan Warren comes onto the pitch here, coming off for Cade Garcia.
Checking in for the Warriors, number 2, Donovan Warren.
And the kickoff, here they go. Onto the circle, back underway, 21-44 to go. Clock hasn't started yet, though. Through the middle, Newcastle trying to see if they can't get something on the board here. And far side here onto the track. Newcastle chips it up there. This is Levi Schultz with it, or Levy Schultz, sorry. Near side to Nick Lopez and stolen away. Here come the Warriors off the back of the head of Caden Humphrey. Warriors still trying to get the attack. Here comes Martinez moving up to the far side now. Martinez, a little bit of space to work with there along that far side. And out of touch here. Or no, never mind, they'll keep it in play. I apologize for that. Back up to Schneider. Through the middle, gets through. And out of touch there is the 5 of Kobe Bradshaw, was there closest for the Warriors, and he'll go back to the Dogies there off of a throw-in. Got a sub here coming in for Newcastle, Gabe Hoover. Back into the game as coming out will be Levy Schultz, so the senior will get a little bit of a break here. What the heck? So far side, Newcastle still kind of being a little bit more patient there on that part of the field, and we got a whistle. So free kick coming up for Worland. Looks like they got a little bit too handsy there, the Dogies did. So free kick up, taken back by the, Warriors have it now with Kobe Bradshaw. Already has a goal in this game, looking for another through the legs of one of the Dogie midfield or defenders or mid forwards, I meant to say. Now past the 6 of Nick Lopez, and now back to Fisher Martinez. They'll pass it along the ground. Moving to his right now. They'll move it in and stolen back by Nick Lopez, and he'll have a chance to clear here. A little bit undercut. They'll give it back to the Warriors. Roman Parra along that near side. They'll go to the 12 now of Gunnar Mascaro. Mascaro, a bit of a smaller kick to the left. He thought something was there, was trying to get rid of it quickly. And now they'll go near side. Newcastle still with it as Nick Lopez tries to go middle. And now Fisher Martinez back to it now. Here comes the 14 of Ryan Denise, and now he'll pass it up to the 5 of Kobe Bradshaw, now far side. And through the middle, this is Fisher Martinez with it along the ground, and almost taken back by Newcastle. They still might have a chance. Worland through the middle. Back to Roman Parra off the pass by Kobe Bradshaw. And along the ground, Fisher Martinez chips it up now. Here comes the 12 of Gunnar Mascaro. Mascaro back turned. He'll try to find an option if he can. He'll chip it up toward the midfield. And now trying for a pass into the box. Cleared away there for a sec. And now here comes Martinez. Back heels it. I think to Ryan Denise there, and now into the box. A wide open shot on its way and deflected there by the Dogies. Great job there by the orange and black to get that out of their defensive side as they will go up past the midfield line. Here comes the 6 now of Nick Lopez. He'll move it up into the middle. Tries to get it away. He does a great job holding on to the ball there. Still in a little bit of trouble, but he'll chip it up to the middle. Through the middle. And Newcastle will have it back into their defensive side here, trying to play smart and reset. Esposito down past the midfield line, and that'll be a throw-in for Worland. Parra throws it up there. It goes by Caden Humphrey there. Kicks it up sky high, and now they'll head it back forward. Out of touch again, and Newcastle on the throw-in now. We got another sub here is Levy Schultz. Levy Schultz, actually on the sub here. And looks like heading onto the field, or heading back onto the bench, is the number, I think, Carson Leonard, the freshman. Knees it up, and now he's in a little bit of trouble there, a 3-on-1 situation, and they'll clear it upfield. Worland on the clearance, but Newcastle probably going to be returned to sender here as the Dogies will be back up there off of the number 12 of Mascaro. And Newcastle trying to clear it upfield and intercepted by Martinez. They'll pass it along the ground here to the 12 of Gunnar Mascaro. Martinez near side picks it up to Parra. Parra almost had it taken away, but he'll push it upfield now, and it's taken back in past the goal line here by the 3 of Ben Carter as he'll clear it out toward the bench over there. Kobe Bradshaw. Takes his steps here, winding up for the corner kick. 16:48. He'll deliver it into the box. It's headed, and it's a loose ball that'll roll out the back. I thought I saw Schneider have a head on it there.
The Dogies are able to escape the danger and trying to decide if it was a corner kick or a goal kick.
So sorry about the silence there. Into the corner. So I think we have a. Looks like we got a goal kick coming up here for Newcastle. 16 minutes left on the board here through the first half of play. Halfway through the half, as we are approaching ever closer to the final 15 minutes of the first half. We still got.
Number 11, James Brown, along with number 13, Carson Leonard.
We got. Once again, we got a goal kick coming up. And in case you're just tuning in, 1-0 Worland off of a goal by Kobe Bradshaw earlier in the half. Still maintains exclusivity here. Winds up, delivers it there to the near side, headed forward by Mascaro. And through the middle here, and they'll be taken away by the 7 of Caden Esposito. And now here comes Newcastle trying to get up past the circle. They'll kick it back up. They'll push it way forward there. Probably be a foot race here. Caballero doesn't get to it first, and nope, Schneider will. Not quite out of danger yet. Drew Schneider on that left side of the pitch, and he'll roll it along the ground. Donovan Warren trying to go on a foot race here. It's going to be a track meet there to the other side. And now here comes a chance here from the middle, or from the top, I apologize. Try to pass it near side to Mason Decker, and Newcastle gets it back. And that one's poked out there by Kobe Bradshaw, but Newcastle held on to it past the line as Drew Schneider tried to clear it there, but now it'll be pushed back up by Newcastle, and that'll go into the dirt pile over there toward the practice field. Cade Garcia checking back in for Worland. Number 3, Fisher Martinez getting a breather here. And 14:32 still to go. Throw in there along the far side. Newcastle tries to kick it up, and now that is Donovan Warren over there harassing them. They'll kick it up just a little bit here, and body blocked there by the 5 of Kobe Bradshaw. And it looks like a free kick coming up as they might have committed a foul there. So pretty sudden whistle there, and it will be a free kick coming up again. And Newcastle, just noticed this, not a lot of subs to play with. They got one on the bench down there, and they got one looking about ready to come in. So Cole Erb will come back in. So Newcastle kind of have to wonder if their conditioning program is top notch, because they got obviously you have to have 11 out there. I think by my count 13 on the roster. So, but free kick coming up for Newcastle here as they'll get ready to take it from between the box and the circle there. A long one coming up here for Esposito. Winds up, getting ready, and he'll deliver it, and Caballero gets there, but they're going to hit the post, and that one's headed. Caballero picks it up, and he'll get shouldered. And Caballero will hold on to it even through that, and he's actually, he's down. Brian Caballero, oh, Lord. We saw a similar thing yesterday in the middle school game with the Riverton keeper, but, he gets up, though. So there we go. Caballero will get set to clear it away here shortly, and Newcastle had a very good opportunity there to score. That could have potentially found the back of the net there, but the crossbar had other ideas. And Caballero will drop it here. I thought I heard a whistle, but we got a sub coming on for Worland and Newcastle both. Number 5 of Cole Erb will get set to come on here shortly with the 19 of Ben Mendenhall for Worland. They'll kick it up toward the circle here. Bush trying to get it out of the backfield here. He'll pass it along the ground, and now here comes the 12 of Mascaro near side being hounded. As here they go. He's going to get kind of going to get shouldered a little bit there. The referee calls the contact. That'll be a free kick there, but great job by Ben Carter trying to get some resistance there. And to be fair, he did. Stops the play at least momentarily to give Newcastle a chance to get their forgot what I was going to say. Trying to get their stuff, like get themselves prepared for the set piece. Drew Schneider getting ready to take the free kick here for the Warriors. Still in middle school mode. Schneider gets it up, and the header on its way, and the keeper will grab it there. A very dangerous play indeed there for Newcastle, but they will come out of it unscathed for the most part there. And now the far side, they'll try to mount a counter. Now it's up to the 18 of Cannon Tiedemann. Near side up, or middle side up here under the circle. They'll chip it up. Here comes Mascaro with it and taken back away by Caden Esposito. They'll try to feed it back. And they'll move it along the ground here, pushes it up. And shouldered away by Ryan Denise, the senior. It'll go out of touch there along the far side. So we already announced subs on our end here, but it looks like they're going to finally get a chance to come in. Coming off is Nick Lopez and Gunnar Mascaro, so he'll finally get a breather here in this match. 11 minutes to go here. We have entered the 29th minute of play here in Newcastle, here at beautiful Schoonmaker Field. Back heels it here. Now here they go near side. Newcastle with a chance here to try to go for the goal here, and now roll out off of Gabe Hoover there. Had a great chance, but a little too much power on the dribble. Newcastle could try to get it back, though. It's deflected off the 5 on the kick by Caden Humphrey. Down through the middle, and now they'll try to push the ball forward, and that's cleared up by Ben Carter, but this is still in a little bit of trouble here. Through the box, takes the shot, it's up and it's in! And the goal, Mason Decker on the goal. 2-0 is your score. The Warriors on top. And with that, a great goal, and we kind of knew that that's kind of how it was going to play out. He had a little bit too much room to work with there, and it is now 2-0 for the Warriors with 10:09 to go. A 29th minute goal here. The 7 of Caden Esposito will get this one kicked off here for Newcastle. And now the Dogie is going to try and mount an attack here following that second goal. A throw in here off of Newcastle. Now Esposito will try to get it back up to Hoover. He'll cut it up to the middle right there on the worn patch of grass. And now he'll try to push it up, and now there could be an opportunity in a collision there between Caballero and Esposito, I believe. Caballero took a knock, and he is writhing in pain again. And Caballero has not had to go for the ball much today, but when he has, he's put his body on line. He is holding that knee. Something is definitely wrong. And I'm wondering if they're going to have to use Cameron Heiner here, their other goalkeeper. Caballero is getting tended to there by his teammates. We're going to try to take the camera off. We probably should have done that 5 seconds ago. 9:39 to go in the game, or in the half. So the timer is stopped for the injury, but Caballero will tough it out here. He'll stand up, and he's going to catch his breath a little bit, but he'll have the goal kick coming up. And again, I do wonder whether or not Overcast is going to put Heiner in now as that sub goalkeeper. Sergio Cardenas coming into the game for Worland, as well as Noah Williams-Gardner getting his first minutes in this match. I think I recognize that name from football. I'm not quite sure, though. But the box here, Caballero still waiting here, waiting for the signal to get the kick going. Still 2-0, Worland on top here. Remember, the girls coming up after this on Two Basins Sports Network. Caballero lining up. He'll deliver it into the circle there. Chips it up, and now they'll roll it along the ground here. And through the middle. This is going to go right on back. They'll chop it up to the near side, and intercepted by Humphrey. Near side off of Gabe Hoover's left boot there, and now back up to Worland. Far side, Worland trying to work it out of the defensive side. Ryan Denise was there, but now will be cleared up there by Garcia. And now up past the line, stolen back away by the 14 of Denise. Still through the middle, Newcastle trying to get something going here. They'll pass it right on back to the wide open Caden Humphrey there. Gives it up, pushes it there to Gabe Hoover. And now through the middle, and they try to give it up to the 11 of James Brown, the freshman. And now here they go, trying to mount the attack, and they'll pass it along the ground, pushed up. Still there along the ground, and they'll have it outside the circle here on the right end. And now here comes Kobe Bradshaw with it there on the outside of the box. And he'll try to get it there. He'll move left, and now he'll take the shot on goal. The keeper with the save attempt, and he'll tip it in for the goal. Trying to see who it was. I do think it was Brad. I'm trying to see who it is. Number 6, Mason Decker on the goal there for the Warriors.
Number 6, Mason Decker with the goal for the Warriors.
And that'll make it a 3-0 game here in Newcastle as the Worland Warriors extend the lead here on the road here in their first game back into 3A East. Looks like we got a sub here. The 15 of Taylor Ruckman coming out of the game is the number 2 of Donovan Warren. He did pretty good in his shift out there for the Warriors. 8:18 to go here on a 31st minute goal. And near side, they'll chip it up. I think Decker has 2 goals today. So trying to see Kobe Bradshaw with 1 goal, Decker with 2, and they'll kick it out of touch. And oh Lord, did you see that there? Ben Mendenhall doing looks like something I would have done at my high school prom. Down on the near side, they'll try to push up forward. Off the front of his head there, and now Mason Decker still there on the offensive side. He could try and go for a goal here. He'll give it up right side to Kobe Bradshaw. Bradshaw set it up on the assist there on the last goal, and now they'll retreat back as Fisher Martinez and Ryan Denise back there trying to connect. Far side, gives it back up to Denise. Denise, he's going to try and give it back to Schneider. Schneider trying to look for an option there. He'll pass it along. He'll push up to Fisher Martinez. And now Newcastle trying to make things a little bit more difficult there as they did push up, but Drew Schneider returned to sender there. Now here comes Roman Parra with it. Throws it there to the 4 of Cade Garcia through the middle, and Newcastle tries to get it up past the goal line and onto the high jump area there. That is going to go out of touch, and it will be possibly a corner kick coming up for Worland. So 6:40 to go here. Number 5 of Kobe Bradshaw getting set for the corner. Has it on the flag, takes his steps, he's ready to go, raises his arm, he's going to deliver it into the box. They're going to go for the header, and that's a little too much power on the noggin there. Field goal is good, but that is not going to be a goal. Kind of knew they were going to try to go for the header goal there. They were winding up, they came in, they ran about 5 or 10 yards there trying to get the header. And Newcastle will get the goal kick coming up now. We got a sub as well for Newcastle, Gabe Hoover. Hoover coming onto the pitch now for Levi Schultz. And now goal box here. He'll try to deliver the free kick, and it'll be intercepted by Ben Mendenhall. He'll toss it up and into the box, and a two-handed grab there before Mason Decker can get to it. And Decker plays an aggressive style of soccer because he goes up, he tries to get to the, he gets right into the keeper's face on those types of long balls. Drew Schneider there, he'll cough it up to Newcastle, and they almost whiff on it there through the middle, and looks like a stoppage in play and a free kick coming up for Worland. Referee did not like the contact that he saw there. And sorry about that. Drew Schneider Far side, they'll deliver it there into the box. This could be a chance. Heads it. Ball still airborne, and Newcastle will try for the clear. That'll go up toward the flag, and it'll stay in play. Now it won't. It'll go out the goal line. I thought I saw Gabe Hoover there try to clear it forward, but it kind of carried there to the near side. 4:43 to go in the first half here in Newcastle. 3-0 ball game in case you're just tuning in. Tries for the goal kick. He'll deliver it here middle near off the head of Roman Para. And now Worland trying to mount another attack. Mason Decker kicks it back. A smaller kick there to Fisher Martinez. Martinez going through, and he's going to go to the ground there. And looks like we got a free kick possibly coming up for Worland. Fisher Martinez putting his body on the line there. It will be a Newcastle charged with the foul there. It'll be Drew Schneider setting up for the free kick. So 4 minutes to go here in the first half, as we are now into the 36th minute here. And it looks like we're going to have a sub for Newcastle here shortly. Levy Schultz coming back in on the next play. Free kick coming up, and the field goal is good. Goal kick coming up for the Dogies. 3:37 to go.
Actually, I guess the head referee hadn't brought that one.
Ooh. So looks like we got some. Looks like we're going to have another attempt at the free kick here. So we apologize for missing that. That's going to be outside the box. And it'll be another attempt here for the Warriors. 3 minutes still going, the clock's still running. And now they'll try to throw him off guard a little bit here. Doing their normal Worland Warrior set piece stuff. And trying to get them off guard. Goes to the right, it hits the goalpost. And I don't think it was, I think they're going to count that out of play. They normally do, but rattled the football post there a little bit. And I think I heard a clank as well when it got off the post, but Levy Schultz coming into the match now. He'll come in instead of, hold on. He'll come into the game for the number, I think that's the number 10, or sorry, the number 13, Carson Leonard, if I'm not mistaken there. Far side, it's delivered there up toward the line, and Drew Schneider will just walk alongside it there. It'll go out of touch, and it'll be thrown in here by Sergio Cardenas. Cardenas throwing it in there far side, and out of touch, and the flag man's pointing toward the Newcastle goal. So 2-minute warning here in the first half of action from Schoonmaker Field. Out of touch there to throw in for Worland. They'll wind up for the throw in. Delivers it far side, moving toward the box now, and this is still a big chance here. Newcastle trying to get rid of it, and a whistle. Looks like it'll be a Newcastle free kick coming up. So looks like 90 seconds left here in this first half, and a great match for Worland, not so much for Newcastle. But, again, I mean, let's go through who scored what. Kobe Bradshaw scored the first goal, and then it's been the Mason Decker show since then. And now here comes Newcastle with a chance to score if Worland doesn't get rid of it first, and they'll do pressure along that near side. Broken up by the Dogies as it's kicked out there by Gabe Hoover, and a throw-in coming in for Roman Para. Near side off the 4 of Caden Humphrey, and they'll go out of touch there near the flagman. A throw-in coming up for Para. Para throws it into the box, tried to deliver there, and that's going to be cleared upfield, and I think that's going to stay with Worland as it goes out. 47 seconds left. You can definitely tell the intensity starting to, go up a little bit. They're running out of time in the half, and I think Worland wants to score one more before halftime. And he'll go off the head of a Newcastle player there. And now here comes the 5 of the 5 of Cole Erb. They'll go through the middle here, now past the line. Moving to his near side, he'll chip it along there to the 10 of Levy Schultz, and out in front of him, Caballero in a little bit of trouble there. He'll kick it sky high. It'll roll out onto the track, and it'll go out onto the piles of dirt over there, and it'll be a throw-in for the Dogies.
strike to the inside.
And
That
loose
one's
ball
gonna
there.
bounce.
Caballero will go to the roller here.
Get to the halftime break, and that is where we're at. 3-0.
Drop kick as the buzzer sounds, and that is going to conclude the first half of action. We'll be back in 10 minutes for the start of the second half as the Worland Warriors lead here in Newcastle. The score 3-0 off of 2 goals by Mason Decker. We'll be right back from Schoonmaker Field in beautiful Newcastle, Wyoming in just a second. I'd like to welcome you back inside of Schoonmaker Field in Newcastle, Wyoming. Here, you can see US 16 right there in your view here. I was on that bridge earlier today. I was trying to go to South Dakota. Turned around 5 minutes in, only to find out about an hour ago that I could have gone just a wee bit further and be in South Dakota. But anyway, that's beside the point. We'd like to welcome you back inside a beautiful Schoonmaker Field, a bucket list item crossed off today, and the 4.5 hour drive was worth it. Let's just put it that way. 2 minutes left, but they might end the half a little early. They accidentally put 15 minutes on the scoreboard. So, also speaking of an extended break, coming up after this, it is Newcastle's senior night tonight, so we might be a little bit off the air for a bit longer than we normally are. However, they're going to do their senior night stuff, of course, and then they're going to do the game. So we will go on the air when they're getting close to the end of their senior night festivities, and then we will go from there. So while we got a little bit of time, let's recap that first half. 2 goals scored by Mason Decker and 1 goal scored by Kobe Bradshaw. He was the first goal today for the Warriors, and then the leaks just did not stop there. Newcastle has had a couple of good opportunities. Caballero has gotten knocked up a couple of times today, but he is thankfully okay. Of course, Caden Esposito, Gabe Hoover, and Levi Schultz creating some good opportunities today for the Dogies. Been really impressed with those 3 players today. Well, for Worland, I mean, I'm pretty impressed today with Caballero's performance. He was one of our ones to watch. Of course, the goalkeeper, one of the best goalkeepers in 3A soccer. Got to keep an eye on him constantly, and that is a great example of why. But Newcastle will kick us off to start the second half, and it is a 2-0 game. Oh, I forgot to change the half on our scoreboard there, but the kickoff, and we are underway here again in Newcastle, as the Dogies kick us off to start the second. Worland kicked us off to start the game. Fisher Martinez now into the middle to Kobe Bradshaw, and they'll kick it back up to the top side of the circle here. Now kicking it up middle, as the defenders will have a hold of it. Now Drew Schneider there into the middle. He'll try to go to the near side to Cade Garcia. Near side, out of touch there as it's kicked off by the 13 of Carson Leonard. Going airborne off the chest of the 6 of Decker. And another number 6 coming in to get rid of it, Nick Lopez. And now it'll be a foot race here. This could be dangerous. Into the box. Rolling it there. That one's up. The field goal is good. As Mason Decker was on the shot attempt there, looking for his 3rd goal, looking for that hat trick, and just couldn't get it done that time. But he came super close. A little less power. Probably could have got it done. Oop. Scorekeeper forgot to start the clock. Goalkeeper getting ready to get rid of it here for Newcastle. We believe it is Damian Ankini. And onto the ground there was Levi Schultz, and that is going to be a whistle. Looks like Worland will have a free kick coming up. And again, we're going to play this game again. We're going to see if this oh shoot, I didn't bring a compass. I think that's the south end of the field. Wondering if that is the magical side here, as it has been for the middle schoolers in Worland. That's going to be a big chance here. Into the box. They'll clear it out. Still not quite out of danger yet, but that was a super close call for Newcastle, but they're going to get it back. Roman Parra, far side, tries it. Hits the crossbar, and Decker's going to come in to finish it. And that is another goal for the Worland Warriors, and a hat trick, I believe, for Decker. Whoa, man.
38-48. Nothing the second half. Worland extends their lead 4-0.
I do believe it was Mason Decker, because Roman Parra tried for that long ball. Roman Parra with the long ball, and Decker, it hits the crossbar, and Decker comes in and finishes it off. Saw that clear as day. You cannot miss that number 6. And this guy with 3 goals on the day, and Roman Parra, I guess, for the assist. The kickoff, and we are back underway, 4-0. Crosses it up there. Sorry, well, not really cross, but here comes the 13 there on the near side. Sorry about that. Carson Leonard with the touch there. Now they'll move it up to up into that defensive half for Newcastle again. Nick Lopez with it. He'll try to touch it along the near side. Carson Leonard taken back away by the 4 of Cade Garcia. And taken back by Will Ertman, I think that is. And that will still roll there. A bit of a love tap there to Drew Schneider. He'll tip it up along the far side, up toward that patch of grass over there, that lighter patch. And still trying to get there. Newcastle gets it away. Let's see if they can move it up into the front field. They will for a moment. Caden Humphrey, he'll try to tip it back over to the center dot. And now here comes Nick Lopez with it through the near side. That's going to go out of touch there onto the Newcastle bench near Noah Williams Gardner and James Brown down there on the bench. Throw in coming up for Newcastle. This could be a great chance for Newcastle. The 7 with it. He'll tip it up there to Nick Lopez, and it goes out. Lopez and Esposito working together there on that attempted attack, and that is going to go off the boot of the 15 of, or sorry, not the 15, but the, I think that was the 13 of Leonard. And now Newcastle still in their offensive half. Drew Schneider will try to get a beam on it there, but kicked up by Keegan Bush. Far side pushed up by Caden Humphrey, and now the 9 of Gabe Hoover. And taken away by the Worland Warriors. They'll move it left side to Fisher Martinez. Martinez kicks it back up to the far side. I think that's pushed there. And now they'll have it to, yep, that was pushed. Now Schneider middle. Pushes it up, tries to get up to the 19 of Ben Mendenhall, and that's going to be a loose ball. Here comes Carson Leonard with it. He'll clear it upfield. And chased down by Schneider, but coming in behind the 7, he'll try to get it away there. Caden Esposito coming in like a bullet on that one, and Newcastle will have it on the far side. Dogies still looking for that maiden goal here in this senior night matchup. Throws it in now on the center far, and now they'll head it up a little bit more forward here off the chest, and now Newcastle trying to get the attack, but it's stolen away. Fisher Martinez, a slow roller there to the near side, and now they're going to try and mount a counter attack here off of that. He'll try to throw it between the 2 and the 6, and now they'll push it up. Nick Lopez tries to go for the header, but a little too short for it there. Throw in there for Cannon Tiedemann. Out of touch there along the near side. I think Newcastle will probably be able to keep it. Nope, checked out a throw in. Cannon Tiedemann, throw in for Worland. Gets it to the box there. It's headed forward. A big chance there, and he misses Ben Mendenhall on the shot. 35-41 to go in the match here on senior night for Newcastle High School. 35 left to go in this game. Warriors up 4-0 in case you're just tuning in. Lining up for the goal or for the kick here. He'll deliver it up to the 5 of Kobe Bradshaw. Bradshaw center near. Bradshaw, a bit of a love tap to Garcia, and that's going to be stolen away. They'll push it upfield, and that will be intercepted here by Cannon Tiedemann. Drew Schneider with it in the center circle. They'll roll it along the far side. Roman Parra up to the middle. One-on-one here with Hoover. Now they'll go far side, moving middle. Fisher Martinez right there, but he will try to volley it there toward the net, and that is going to go out of touch right there near the long jump pit. And so with that, goal kick coming up for Newcastle. Bit of a busy day for the keeper. Takes his steps here, winds up for the kick. He'll deliver it near side, and that will be headed forward there, I believe, by Garcia. Rolls it along the ground, bit of a love tap. Nick Lopez with it. They'll try to throw it. Drew Schneider is going to go to the middle now. He'll kick it back up to the keeper. Brian Caballero lines up for it. He'll go for a ground pass here to the far side. Keegan Bush with it there. He'll go middle. Roman Parra with it near side now. Gives up to Ben Mendenhall. Mendenhall, love tap to Garcia. He'll try to push it forward here. And it's going to be a foot race here. If he can get out in front of it, that's going to go near side. Cleared away by Hoover. Could have been danger there for Cannon Tiedemann there on that near side. Gets it up into the box. This could be a big chance. The 5 with it, and that's going to be stolen away. Could have been a goal attempt for Kobe Bradshaw, looking for his second today. Bradshaw comes in. He'll try to get it there, and he'll go to the pitch there. So a little bit of contact between him and Gabe Hoover. Oh, sorry, check that. That is actually not Hoover. That is the 10 of Levy Schultz. So I apologize for that. Free kick coming up for Worland, it looks like, and the Great Wall of Newcastle is forming there on the arc. So they're going to go with that same trick thing that they do, and Schneider on the shot. He'll go, and he'll find the back of the net. Drew Schneider.
Was it Decker or was it Mascaro? A goal there.
And it looks like that's going to go into the circle here. So they're going to get ready. They're going to go for their celebration there, but 5-0.
Is that number 6 again?
I don't know. I thought I saw Schneider.
Did you get it, Jordan?
I thought it was either Decker or Mascaro is what I thought.
Okay. I won't say shit then.
So, oops. Okay, so sorry about that. We are back here in
For the Warriors, number 14,
here in Newcastle, here at beautiful Schoonmaker Field. 5-0 is your score. A little bit of mystery. I thought it was I thought I saw Drew Schneider there. I thought he got it in off of a lone kick, but I think somebody might have tipped it in there, and it was either Mascaro or Decker. And if it was Decker, that will be his 4th of the game. Mascaro, that would have been his 1st of the game, but I do still contend that it was Schneider there, but I guess we'll just have to figure that out when the stat sheet comes out next week. But the goal kick coming up here for the Dogies here, no matter who scored it there, 5. So it's like coming onto the field for Newcastle is Noah Williams-Gardner. Gabe Hoover is coming off the pitch here. Goal kick still incoming for the Dogies. And now here comes a chance. Decker near the box, and he's going to go to the ground. A little bit of roughhousing there, but they'll let him play. Mascaro, far side, loses his footing. He got tripped up there a little bit. They're being really aggressive there. Mascaro pointing to a Newcastle player. I am not qualified to make that call, so I'm not gonna. But honestly, it can go either way. Referee, it's up to the referee to decide if there's enough contact to where it interrupts the play. But we could have a penalty kick coming up here. Reminds me of a goal that Tyson Swalstead scored against Powell last year. Actually, that's my one memory from that 2024 season is him scoring that penalty against the Panthers in the Pinnacle Cup. But that has been like 14 months ago now. Drew Schneider is getting ready to go for the penalty kick here. And looks like they're actually talking a little bit. So James Brown coming onto the pitch here for Caden Humphrey. So after consulting with the people up here in the press box, I think the reason why he's coming off is because he was given a yellow card. He took off his beanie as well. But a lot of roughhousing there in that box, and I'm not really shocked that the referee finally had enough there. Really, I'd be pretty frustrated if I'm Gunnar Mascaro after that. He got not only 1 but 2 bits of contact there in the box. And now Worland trying to go for their 6th goal of the game here. Drew Schneider, if he didn't score that last goal, he could go for this one now. It's not like free throws where they have the person that was fouled taking the shot. They have a set piece taker. Drew Schneider, obviously we know he takes the free kicks and stuff, but looks like he's also their penalty taker as well. But Schneider taking his steps here. Goalkeeper winding up for the shot. Drew Schneider Middle of the box, keeper in position, takes the strike, and it's going to get to the post. He'll pick it up. What a save by the Dogies. 30 minutes to go. Damian Ankeny on a really fantastic save. I thought for sure it went off his hand, and it looked like it might have hit the post, but he does get on it, and that is a snub for Drew Schneider, but a great save by Ankeny. And we got subs as well for Worland. Mason Decker coming off, and it looks like Luis Ramirez coming on, as well as Donovan Warren. So also coming off is Gunnar Mascaro. I think there might have been one for Newcastle, but I didn't see who it was. And they're going to play it into the middle here, and one of the Newcastle players going to the ground, and now Newcastle will get the call that they want there. They're going to get the free kick coming up here. As fun as it is to watch this kind of soccer, it's a little bit of a rough half so far physically. These teams really starting to get a little chippy. Could see a situation like against Rollins where we have, or not Rollins, but was it Rollins or was it Lander that happened, where there was almost a brawl there on the near side. But the four of Cade Garcia will kick it up here to Parra. He'll try to chase it down far side. Uneven terrain there on the far side. Gives the ball a little bit of a bounce. And now that'll roll out the far side as they try to give it up to Donovan Warren there up toward the track. Referee will kick it up to the ball boy. He'll give it up to Newcastle as Caden Humphrey checks into the match now. Coming off is, trying to see who that is. Will Ertman, I think, coming off. So an active bench here. Newcastle trying to keep their limited roster as fresh as possible here. Into the box here, and that'll be kicked right up by Schneider. Headed forward. They're going to have still a great chance here. Goes for it, kicks it up onto the dot. And now here they go on a steal. Big chance. Donovan Warren. He'll try to push it upfield. A little bit of contact, though, and Newcastle will intercept it. Down the near side. Kicked out by Noah Williams-Gardner. And throw in coming up for Worland. 18 of Cannon Tiedemann. Ball still loose there along the middle side. And now here comes Kobe Bradshaw. He'll have it outside the box. Wides up for the kick, and it'll sail to the right. Up toward the painted end there on the hill. I like that, by the way. Don't see that very often, but that'll be a goal kick coming up. Another substitute here as Cole Erb checks in now. Again, Newcastle, a very active bench here. Goal kick coming up here for the Warriors. They'll have it on the corner of that goalie box here, and Newcastle trying to clear it up as best they can. They'll have it along the ground, and they'll backheel it here. Now down on the bottom of the circle. By the way, 26 minutes to go in the match. The number 5 of Cole Erb gives it to the middle now. They'll chip it up as the 7 of Caden Esposito tries to get there. It's chopped up, though, there on the far side, headed back by Parra, or not Parra, but Keegan Bush. Far side, Parra versus one of the Dogie defenders there. A little difficult to see their number. Number 10, Levy Schultz is up there battling with Parra. Now they'll kick it back up to the circle. Newcastle holding on to the ball here. Far side, they're going to get physical there as they're going to try and get it up to the box. Brian Caballero getting there trying to get the ball away, and he'll pick it up before he'll get it in there before Caden Esposito can get the front of his boot on it there. That could have been dangerous if Caballero was just a couple more seconds late there. Headed up there by the 3 of Ben Carter, still airborne. This could be a great chance for the 21 of Luis Ramirez. Far side, rolling it along the ground. And now to Donovan Warren, try to pass up to Cade Garcia. Intercepted, going through the middle. Here come the Dogies. Near side, and loses his footing. Nick Lopez there near side. Here comes Ben Mendenhall, and somebody took a tumble there for Newcastle as Nick Lopez comes rolling in. Trying to unleash his inner Sonic there. A throw in here for Cannon Tiedemann. Volleyed up. This could be anybody's ball here. Headed backward there by the 5 of Cole Erb. Still on the ground, and this is Ryan Denise Far side, a love tap there. They'll try a blow by the 4 of Caden Humphrey, and they will for now. They're going to try and work it into the box. That's kicked out the back. I think that'll probably be a corner coming up for Worland. So it was kicked out by a black jersey there. 24-22 to go. And Worland has had few and far between on these corners today, but there's been a couple of cardiac events down there caused by the corners today. So let's see if this is another one of those. And that's headed here at a loose ball. It comes in. What a save. Again, Damian Ankeny working his magic there in the box, and he'll come out just a little bit to try and get himself in a better spot for the drop kick. 23-53. Chops it up there. They'll have it far side. Roman Para trying to get there to the far side, and now Worland will try to set up for another attack here, looking for their 6th goal. Gets out in front of it. Here comes Luis Ramirez. Back up to the 18 of Cannon Tiedemann. Now they're going to use their defenders here. Going to delay it a little bit. Kicks it upfield. Not Mason Decker, but Keegan Bush to somebody up there in the midfield. I think that was Denise he was trying to give it up to there. And now Gabe Hoover will try to get up far side there. Taken back by the Warriors. They'll try to pass it along the ground. Kicks it back up. Gabe Hoover, Keegan Bush with it. He'll push it upfield to the circle. Tries to get up to Kobe Bradshaw. Now here comes the 21 of Luis Ramirez. Bradshaw trying to go middle here, and he'll slide in to try and salvage the play there. He'll go out of touch there. Caden Humphrey, the nearest one there. It'll be a throw in for Newcastle. Rolls it out onto the line there, and it'll be pushed forward there. Off the head. This is very dangerous. Noah Williams-Gardner there. Near side, out of touch. Being chased down also by Ben Mendenhall for the Warriors. Throwing it in will be Cannon Tiedemann. Tiedemann throws it to the box here. Now they'll try to go for the clearance here. Passes it along the ground. Here comes the 5 of Cole Erb here as he loses his footing. Erb in a lot of trouble there with the 4 and 14. And they're going to go to the ground. It's a scrum down there. And we got a Dogie down. Uh-oh. So a little bit of contact. And that is he's going to catch his breath here a little bit. Got a little knocked up there on the circle in that middle of that scrum. And referee is discussing with a Newcastle player here. So that was the 7 of Caden Esposito that got taken to the floor there, but he is okay, thank goodness. You hate to see I said this yesterday after the Riverton goalkeeper got hurt, but I don't take joy at all in seeing kids get hurt, and that's no exception there. So here comes Drew Schneider, the senior, getting ready for the free kick. Delivers it into the box there, and it'll be kicked out. Now here comes the 6 of Nick Lopez down the near side. Cade Garcia gets there. He'll collide. And now here they go, trying to run it into the box. Still Worland possession for now, trying to find an option. He'll kick it back up. Ryan Denise near side and taken back by Nick Lopez, and now stolen back away by Cade Garcia. Garcia colliding there with Williams-Gardner. Down through the middle, and they're still battling for the ball. Back to Denise. Denise trying to pass it up. Love tap far side to Para. Para, 1-on-2 here. Denise now with it. He's been in the game quite a bit today. Passes it along the ground to Garcia. Garcia trying to run out in front of it. Goes into the box here. Winds up for the kick, and that is deflected. A great job there by the Newcastle defender. And we got a sub. We got 3 subs, 13, 2, and 15. Carson Leonard, Will Ertman, and Taylor Ruckman, I think. Yep, Taylor Ruckman. So Donovan Warren coming out of the match, as well as the 10 and the 6 of Levy Schultz and Nick Lopez. They're going to get a little bit of a breather here today. I do love that font on those Newcastle jerseys, though. I will say that. So corner kick coming up here. And the taker going to get his steps here. Winds up near the track, delivers it into the box. A header on its way. Nope. And pushed there by Ben Mendenhall was there on the ball. He was pushed aside, though, and Cade Garcia going to pick it up. He'll chip it up there to the 19 of Mendenhall, and that's going to go out of touch. So a throw in coming up. Throw in by Ertman, and this is going to be potentially intercepted if it doesn't go out first. Ben Mendenhall there on the near side. Throw in coming up for the Warriors. Here comes Cannon Tiedemann off the front of his head there, and now here comes a chance. Mendenhall on the shot, it's saved. Ben Mendenhall, the junior, getting a piece of it there, and it'll be a drop kick for Newcastle. And that'll go out toward the advertising banners there, and it'll stay in the stadium. So far side, a throw in coming up for Newcastle, or for Worland. Out in front of him here, and a little bit of contact there. Far side, they will try to go here. 15 with it. This is Ruckman trying to run far side. It goes out the goal line. That looks like that could be a goal kick coming up. And, yep, some of the Worland players retreating here. We also got a sub coming on for Worland here soon. That'll be Sergio Cardenas. So corner of the box here. Ankeny is going to try and get this one picked up here. Now to the near side, the 19 of Mendenhall. He'll try to go there, but the 15 of Noah Williams-Gardner is there near side. Taken back by the 4 of Cade Garcia. They'll go pass it up middle side, and now a little bit of contact. Worland Garcia trying to get there. He'll push it out in front before the 13 can get there, but it's still stolen back by Newcastle. One-on-one with Mendenhall here. Near side, trying to get by, weaves his way through. Caden Esposito trying to get his way into the offensive side, and he does. He'll push one of the Worland players to the ground there. I think that was Para, not Para, but Denise that he pushed there. And now Newcastle, big chance, goes to the left. Caballero with the save. Newcastle had a great attack there. They just a really good start there by Caden Esposito to get his players in position there. And they do take advantage of the shot. Brian Caballero, though, really hard to get something past him. Off the knee of the 6 of Lopez. Now they'll push it up here. And now here comes Drew Schneider. Schneider, far side. Rolls it along the ground up toward the track. And now it's going to be a foot race there. A big attack coming up here, but a little too much power. That's probably going to go out the back end here. So it looks like they're going to have a goal kick coming up here for Newcastle. I do believe we got some subs. Sergio Cardenas and one other coming in now. So 16 not on our roster here, unfortunately. And headed back by the Dogies and taken back by the Worland Warriors. Logan Anderson on the kick forward, and 16 minutes to go, so we're past the halfway mark in this second half. Still a 5-0 game. And they're going to go far side, and there'll be a throw-in coming up for Newcastle. They'll throw it toward the line there, and a chest check there. He headed it right into his ribs. Bet that felt good. Ugh. So he's going to, injury stoppage here. Number 6, Nick Lopez coming onto the pitch now. And he took a shot to the chest. It was headed forward, and unfortunately, wrong place, wrong time. Nobody's fault. So that was Gabe Hoover that took that shot. Throw in for Newcastle, headed back. Newcastle will have the possession again. They'll chip it up. And now here comes the 11 of Sergio Cardenas there running along that far side. And now here comes a chance for Newcastle if they can get it by. It's going to be a foot race. Has it on the far side. Takes the kick, and it's going to be Caballero getting the save there. And the far side shot. Trying to see who that was. I thought it was Hoover there that took the shot on goal for the Dogies. Kobe Bradshaw near side, one-on-one with the 10 here for Newcastle. He'll move it to the middle, takes the strike, and that'll move to the left. Great shot. Just a couple inches to the left, though. The keeper knew it, too. He moved a little bit, but then he realized that's going to go left. So it'll be a free kick coming up here for Newcastle. 15 minutes to go, as we are into the 65th minute. So near side, here comes Newcastle on a free kick coming up now, as Caden Esposito will get ready to take it. And here they go. Free kick, near side, on the line, out of touch. And we got one coming in now again. Cade Garcia for Worland on the sub. He'll be coming in for Kobe Bradshaw.
Checking in for the Warriors, number 4, Cade Garcia. And for the Dogies, number 15, Noah Williams-Gardner.
So Noah Williams-Gardner also coming on for Newcastle as well. We didn't catch that. Number 9, Gabe Hoover coming onto the bench, the sophomore, getting a break, and he's still holding his ribs. Remember, he took a shot to the chest off of a header on the far side. Bet that felt good. But we got a lot of fans here in the stands today here at Schoonmaker Field. I didn't even mention that. A lot of Dogie and Warrior faithful out here, and even one lady holding a bag of Jack Links down there. Near side, and Newcastle trying to get something going. Here comes the 6. Lopez, and that's going to be cleared out by Schneider. The flag goes up. It's still going to be Newcastle ball. Really impressed with this kid, Nick Lopez, today. Caden Esposito also impressed with him. That is off of the unnamed dude. Far side, as Luis Ramirez will go far side, and they'll push it up. Gets it up to the I can't see what number that is actually. I think that was 15, Taylor Ruckman. And looks like we got another sub looking to come back on. Gabe Hoover will be coming in on the next chance that he gets. So 12:45 to go in the match here in Newcastle. We got girls soccer coming up for you here on Two Basin Sports Network. We're also going to have a chance to give our voice a little rest, as they'll be doing senior night festivities here at Schoonmaker Field for the class of 2025. Gabe Hoover coming into the game now, as we have already established, and I think Caden Esposito on the bench now for Newcastle as well. They'll pass it in, and now here comes Worland. The defenders hanging back there, still 5-0 in case you're just tuning in. This win will put Worland above 500 and will set them up for success tomorrow. They are now, this win, provided Torrington hasn't won already this week, will set them up for Worland to be in the first place spot in the 3A East, but that match will definitely decide first place tomorrow. Into the box here, far side. It's going to be deflected by Taylor Ruckman, and that's going to go out of touch there. Newcastle on the throw-in coming up here. Also, program alert coming up tomorrow, bright and early tomorrow at 11 a.m. We got middle school soccer for you, as the Worland Braves take on the Twin Spruce Warriors of Twin Spruce Junior High out of Gillette. Girls match will start at 11. The boys will start shortly after, like 12:15, I think. And then after that, we got the Sage Valley Eagles, also out of Gillette. They will be playing at like 1 something and then 3. So it'll be 4 games broadcasted here on TBSN tomorrow. Our voice is probably going to be dead by the end of the weekend, but that's okay. Anything for the kids of Worland. Far side, throw in coming up for Newcastle. Off the 15 of Taylor Ruckman, and this is going to go back up to a volley kick there. And now they're going to pass it along the ground. It looks like it was chopped a little bit. Now they're going to push it way upfield. 11 minutes to go. Drew Schneider chasing it down. Also Caballero there for insurance just in case. And I think Schneider will give it back up to Caballero, but they're going to have to guard here a little bit. And trying to make sure that one of the Dogies didn't come in and get it away from him. And to be honest, I think it probably should have been kicked back to Caballero to begin with there. But Here they're gonna move it up here into the front side. I think this is either Nick Lopez or Gabe Hoover. By the way, Caden Esposito will be coming back into the game on this next play, and so will Donovan Warren. Near side. This is going to be a clear attempt here for Worland if they can get there in the 6 of Nick Lopez just harassing him back there. They're making him run all over the field here. And they'll go far side up to the 21 of Luis Ramirez, and now they'll chip back up to the far side. One-on-one. They're going to get it by him on the right side. And now it'll be a foot race here if they can cross it into the box. A big chance coming up here. They'll clear it out. Great shot there, or great attempt there, but they're going to get it cleared out by Newcastle. Once again, Donovan Warren and Caden Esposito coming in. Ryan Denise finally getting a breather here, and also coming out of the game looks to be the number 8 of Caleb Hoover. That might not be. Yep, that is right. Throw in here into the box off his chest. Whiffs on the kick. This could be a dangerous spot as Mendenhall will kick it back up just a little bit here. Down the near side, here comes Mason Nick Lopez there. Was looking at the wrong roster. Near side, rolling it along the ground. Here comes Lopez. Lopez one-on-one there with Logan Anderson, and he'll try to kick it up there. Worland gets the possession back again. They'll push it up into the middle. Cleared back up there. Whiffs on it. Drew Schneider tracking it down for the Warriors. He'll kick it back up to Caballero. Caballero with it now as we are into the 70th, or well, now entering the 71st minute here in this match. 9 minutes to go. Through the middle, Newcastle going along the ground here. 18 now back up. They're going to push it up into the circle. Sergio Cardenas now near side to the 7 of Logan Anderson. Anderson will give it up now to the 4 of Cade Garcia. And now they will loft that one to the track, and that is going to go up onto the banners up toward the I think that hit a booster banner. Can't quite see. But that is going to go back to the Worland Warriors. Coming up in 7 minutes, it'll be time to deliver your Two Basins Sports Network Man of the Match. And I'm just going to say this. We already got that figured out, who our man of the match is going to be. We also will have honorable mentions coming up for you as well. All of that with 90 seconds to go. For right now, it's 8:10 left. So here they go. Throw in for the Warriors. That was chopped up there, but now here they go. Still trying to get something going. A volley kick up there to Williams Gardner, and a stop ball here. Free kick coming up here for Newcastle. Okay, so we disconnected there for a sec. We apologize. But disconnected after the saves, so I guess you didn't really miss much. 7 minutes to go. Hope you're having a great day here. We are live once again from Schoonmaker Field in Newcastle, Wyoming, here in Weston County, a 10-minute drive west of the South Dakota border, the Rushmore State, and a field that has been a bucket list item of mine is officially crossed off. My second ever trip to Newcastle. We were back here in 2022 when we were Facebook only, when the Bobcats were making their state tournament run. But nothing but fond memories. As the shot is up and hits the post. Caballero tries to dive for 2. I think that was the 3 of Ben Carter on the shot for the Dogies, and it was a great shot. Oh man, I could have found. If it went a little to the right, that could have been a heck of a goal there from Newcastle in order to keep this PG. Into the box here. They'll go into the circle. Cade Garcia into the middle there, and they're going to push it back up now. Here comes Drew Schneider. He'll kick it up into the box. This could be that's a collision there. Mendenhall will move into the middle now. Chipped up there to the 4 of Caden Humphrey, but this is still a loose ball here. This is going to be there on that line. It'll be kicked out, and it looks like a corner coming up for Worland. So with that is going to give it all back here that'll be back to Damian Ankeny for a goal kick. He'll deliver near side, intercepted by Mendenhall. He'll be headed up forward here. And now here comes Donovan Warren to the far side, 2-on-1, gives it back up and whiffs on it initially, but he'll kick it up near side. A little bit of a chipper there. 5 minutes to go. We are finally into the final 5 minutes. It is the 75th minute and a very entertaining match.
Senior parents start motivating towards the north end of the
As Cole Erb is preparing to go into the match himself here. Nick Lopez picks it up there. He'll kick it back up, and it'll be a free kick coming up for the Dogies.
Immediately following this match.
So 4:30 to go. They'll have the free kick coming up. As a goal kick, I guess. Well, yeah, they're going to have it into the box here. And once again, the number 10 of the number 10 of Levy Schultz going to come into the game, as well as the 5 of Cole Erb. Newcastle does have a handful of seniors on the roster. They actually got 5 playing in this match right now. Here they go. Near side, Ben Mendenhall into the box. He's 1-on-1. They're going to kick it right on out. And it'll be a goal kick coming for Newcastle there. They said Mendenhall had the last touch there. So with that, that's going to be goal kick coming up here for Ankeny. 3:42 to go in this opening match here in today's action. And now checking into the game will be Cole Erb and Levy Schultz. Also coming out of the game, the number 3 of Ben Carter and the number 15 of Noah Williams Gardner. So they will get a breather here. 3:20 to go. How little time there is, that might actually be their match. Now, Caden Esposito there, he's trying to keep it away near side, and Newcastle waited way too long on that. They're going to go Cade Garcia, chips up far side to Donovan Warren. And now back up to Newcastle. They're going to try and push it up past the half line. Taylor Ruckman on the takeaway for Worland. Now they're going to move back to the defenders. 3 minutes to go. 77th minute. Into the center circle. Passes it along the ground here to the 16. He'll still be there, and he'll collide with the 13 of Carson Leonard. And now Cade Garcia has it right on there, and it'll be kicked up here pretty sky high off the head of the 7 of Logan Anderson. Drew Schneider will try to chase it back here. 2:33 to go. Brian Caballero will be there, and he's right there in danger. Nick Lopez harassing him there in the box, as he has been all game, quite frankly. Into the middle, Cade Garcia there into the circle. Now delivers it there to Luis Ramirez, and now back to Garcia. Garcia trying to move middle. 1-on-1 with the 10 here of Levy Schultz. And, ooh, a big fall there for the 9. And looks like it'll be a free kick for the Dogies. 2-minute warning for this boys match. And the Newcastle Dogies will fall to 0-8 on the season. The Worland Warriors will advance to 5-4, seeing 500 for the first time this season. And what they have won their last, I think they've won like 5 of their last 6 now, which is incredible. Drew Schneider pushing it upfield, headed back by the 8 of Caleb Hoover into the circle. They'll have it on the circle, and that'll be a whistle coming up now. Well, with 90 seconds to go, I think you know what's coming up. It's time to deliver your Two Basin Sports Network man of the match, and that's going to go to Worland's Mason Decker with at least 3 goals on the day, a hat trick. He'll be coming into Torrington tomorrow with a lot of momentum. You can catch that game on either the NFHS Network or the McCamey Broadcasting Network, as he'll be in Torrington, but we'll be back in Worland for the middle school game. And with that, we also want to give you our honorable mentions today as well. Kobe Bradshaw, Cade Garcia, and Ryan Denise are your honorable mentions today for Worland. Your honorable mentions for Newcastle are Nick Lopez, Caden Esposito, Gabe Hoover, and Levy Schultz. And here comes a chance. There's the keeper, almost caught off guard there, and that'll get a corner, or that'll be there still near side. And Worland with the possession still, as they're going to chip it up. This is Logan Anderson into the box here. 25 seconds left. Free kick coming up now for Newcastle. 20 seconds left, time ticking. And they will deliver into the circle. It hits the referee, and they're going to have probably a drop ball here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. And that's going to be Caballero picking up there for the final time, and we are going to end this stream and move on to the next. As the final score here, the Worland Warriors 5, the Newcastle Dogies 0. And coming up next, the number 5 ranked Worland Lady Warriors take on the Newcastle Lady Dogies. And we'll be right back for that game. But for now, we'd like to thank you for watching. If that's all you're here for, if that's all you're here for, we'd like to thank you for tuning in. As always, please make sure you drive home safe and do not pet the buffalo. We'll be back in whatever amount of time for the start of the girls' match. One more time before we sign off for the boys' game. The Worland Warriors 5, the Newcastle Dogies 0.